Hi Taurus, welcome to your November 2021 Tarot and Oracle card reading. So as I'm shuffling your cards here, see, these are some of the energies that I see coming in for you. So November is, in general, for all the signs, for everybody, is a really transformational month. It's very healing as well. And one of the things that I saw for you, Taurus, was I found that you may find that connecting with the physical realm is going to play a pivotal role in how you navigate some of the changes and some of the things that are coming up this month for you. So taking care of what we're eating, taking care of how much rest we're getting, how much sleep we're getting, throwing away old things from the home, things that kind of have been collecting dust in the corner, or just things that have no longer serve a purpose, either donating or giving away or tossing out, anything like that. It kind of feels like that is almost a way of processing, of ushering in the new and getting rid of the old. I'm also hearing the word habits. So Taurus, you may find that your habits are changing into there's a healthier shift in habits. So you may just naturally feel that you're gravitating towards better foods, towards better drinks. Like if you're drinking too much coffee, maybe you're toning down the coffee. I'm not saying to take it to an extreme. There's no need to criticize or be hard on yourself. It's more of in a nurturing and nourishing way. It's more of how can I better serve myself in the physical realm so I can better process some of the more of the spiritual changes that are happening within me, because you may find that there are some things that are coming up to the surface, some emotional things and some spiritual shifts here. I'm also hearing that there may be a change in dynamic and relationships. I'm hearing specifically friendships, actually. So there may be some different, you may start to see other people in a different light, in ways that you've never seen them before, and vice versa. So there may be some people that, you've always kind of gotten along with, and now all of a sudden just the perspective is different and they're resonating. There might be a little bit of, I wouldn't say butting heads, but just kind of different perspectives. So that may come into play here as well. And it may also prompt you to make some decisions and choices about who you want to keep in your life going forward, depending on, what kind of things are being revealed. Almost like you're seeing certain individuals without their masks on. You're seeing kind of underneath, you're being able to see through certain facades, is what I'm hearing. I'm actually going to start off with an oracle card here first for you, Taurus. Spirit has been guiding me to pull an oracle card for you. And this is your theme for this month: joy. Joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely, which is really beautiful, because I also saw that alongside engaging in nourishing the physical body, another thing that Spirit was telling me was you may find yourself also really drawn to engaging the five senses, things that excite the five senses. So good smells, good tastes, things that feel warm, feel comforting, feel good. So I really see you kind of being in this space of, I just want to be around things that just feel good and help me to connect deeply with myself. And so this is all going to be about enjoying your physical reality, is what I'm hearing. It's almost as if this is the only thing that you have space for. It's like the only thing that you are allowing into your space is the things that make you happy, and the things that excite this sense, bring in a sense of joy to you. So it could also be, friendships and bonds as well, with people you really do connect with, spending time with them. So this might be, it's almost as if you have this month exclusively just sectioned off for that. Anything that will bring in positive energy and bring in a sense of joy, where you can really connect and ground yourself to your day-to-day life and this physical world, is what I'm sensing. And it kind of all intersects with the spiritual and the emotional. That all will still be there. You'll still find that, things are kind of you're awakening in certain areas, and you are shifting and changing in other areas. But it kind of feels like most of your focus will be on How can I live in the moment? And how can I live for right now? And how can I make the most out of my life right now? So that is going to be the theme for you this month, Taurus. And it's a really beautiful energy. I really like it. So joy is your theme for this month here. Okay, let's get into your tarot cards here. So this month I decided that I was just going to not do the Celtic cross and read a little bit more intuitively. I did end up kind of, as I was doing the other signs, it did end up turning into a spread, but it's just whatever cards come out is how I'm reading them. So let's see what we have coming up for you this month, Taurus. Two of Cups, beautiful. So this is relationships, partnerships. Most oftentimes, Two of Cups is a romantic partnership here. I'm kind of seeing that this might be a connection with someone from your childhood, is what I'm hearing. Kind of like a childhood relationship. Something from the past, bringing back good memories. You may actually end up reconnecting with someone from your past. Let's pick a clarifying card for this. Two of Cups. And there's something about here about bringing closure to some things. There's like communicating, talking, almost like rehashing the past in order to heal it and to bring some kind of closure, clearing the air, putting something to rest. So almost it has an opportunity to either move on from it or to have like a renewal in the relationship is what I'm seeing. But there's something here about having like a very strong and deep bond. Someone that really has this sense of familiarity. Yeah, almost has like a nostalgic sense to it. I'm curious if the Six of Cups turns out because that's the energy I'm picking up on here. Two of Cups for Taurus, please. Ooh, Nine of Swords. Okay, so there may be something here about some kind of relationship that has been concerning or worried or kind of looking at a situation here. Three of Swords. Wow. Okay. So there's some kind of heartbreak of some kind of relationship. That's very interesting. So maybe perhaps that there's a relationship dynamic here where has been causing some sleepless nights, some unrest, heartbreak. What else can we know about this? The Hermit. Okay. So this may be a really good time to take some time out. And like I said earlier, as I was tuning into the energies, I think that that's probably a contributing factor into why you may want to spend time in just engaging in things that bring you joy and happiness and really taking care of yourself in the physical way, moving your body and not allowing some of the stagnant energy to stay stuck in the body and kind of allowing that energy to just flow through you. Because it does look like there's something stressful here, something that might have caused quite a bit of sleepless nights. And heartbreak and disappointment. And what I'm hearing is not being able to feel like you are being heard or like you're being understood. So very frustrating and very disappointing is what I'm hearing. So there may be some time where you need to take to really just disconnect and detach from that kind of energy. It kind of feels toxic, actually. There's some kind of toxic energy here. The rehashing the past relationship might have been something else. I was picking up on that, so that might have been a different energy that was coming in, unless it's the same. This will resonate differently for different people, but I did see that there's some kind of relationship here from the past where you may find you're reconnecting and kind of healing that relationship, or it could be something that just brings up some kind of painful wounds, something that's been left unresolved, and something that left a heartbreak and just never got healed. And so there may be something about a healing of a relationship. The Hermit card is also a very healing card. It's about going within and kind of looking deeper into an issue and healing it, and finding some kind of finding some kind of nugget of wisdom or resolution to what we need to do in order to heal this wound here. Page of Pentacles. Okay. So I heard rebuilding. So there may be something here about rebuilding or starting again, kind of nurturing something new, nurturing something different, and starting over again. So that is something I kind of feel like there's this, you're kind of teetering between, putting a lot of maybe some toxic, painful things to rest and moving into more of a space of how am I going to rebuild and go forward in my life from now on? What kind of things do I want to change? Do I want to welcome these people back into my life? Do I want to move on? So there may be something here with that. Okay, and so then we have the Justice card that fell out here. So there it feels like there's something that's coming to full circle is what I'm seeing. There's the Justice card often comes in as an energy that brings a lot of clarity and light to a situation, and it brings resolution. It helps us to put something to rest is what I'm seeing. So I think in the month of November, you may feel that something is finally coming to a close, or some issue that has been quite painful may be coming to a resolution, and you may find that you actually find a sense of balance back into your life. So if you've been feeling like something has been off or something has just been stuck or stagnant, that in the month of November, there's a really good possibility of things coming back into balance and finally being able to let something go. And it could be either in a relationship or it could be just the issue itself you're finally able to let go so something new can start again, depending on your choice, depending on your decision of who you're interacting with or who it concerns, whether you want to welcome someone back into your life or not. But it kind of feels like there's some like unresolved issues or some things that really need to be looked at here. Okay, what do we need to know about the Justice card here for Taurus for the month of November? And I'm hearing with Justice as well that there's something here about giving back to yourself some of the things that you felt like you did not get, perhaps in your life or in the past, kind of like making up. It's almost like looking at the holes or the missing pieces, almost like taking a inventory of where you feel like some things are missing in your life. And I'm seeing you kind of going through each one and asking yourself, well, how can I rectify this to make the picture feel more whole, where I can look at my life and feel like it feels more wholesome and like it's more in balance, that not one thing is over dominating and then there's like nothing or emptiness in other areas in my life. Like I have a great career, but I don't really have any friends or love in my life. So it's kind of like looking at your life and kind of taking stock of what would I like more of? What would I really appreciate? What can I allow into my life, or what can I work on to allow into my life? How can I achieve a sense of balance there? Is what I'm picking up on here. Let's see what the Justice. Clarifying card for the Justice for Taurus. 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, so this is bringing balance and harmony back into a relationship. 10 of Cups is often a card of emotional happiness within a relationship, emotional balance, kind of like being able to see eye to eye is the word that I'm hearing, and having a mutual support system is what I'm hearing. So some of you may find that there's some kind of resolution that comes into some kind of significant long-term relationship, or I'm also hearing that some of you may even meet someone here that really complements you really, really well. And it brings a really good balance to the relationship. King of Pentacles. Beautiful. So I feel like this might be someone that is a King of Pentacles in your life, and it's not gender specific. So anyone that exhibits a really good sense of stability, and someone that really brings in a sense of stability and safety and security into the relationship. I feel like that's something that's really important for you, Taurus. So this could be you, or this could also be your partner or someone that you're involved with. But there's this energy here of bringing that energy in. What else do we need to know about the King of Pentacles here? I'm seeing a trip. Some of you might be planning a trip. Ah, interesting. Okay, so then you have the Five of Swords. Wow, okay. And Five of Swords is an energy of deceit. I feel like there's some really significant healing in a relationship here. Then we have the Ace of Cups and the Chariot. This is really interesting. So maybe some of you are dealing with, this could be like a marriage, because a lot of times 10 of Cups is, you know, these long-term relationships is how I always see them, like these significant relationships. And I think that it could be something here where you're dealing with a dynamic with someone who has a King of Pentacles, or it could be, you know, you have that King of Pentacles and dealing with some form of deceit or lying. And I don't really feel, okay, I'm not really sensing that the Five of Swords is, it kind of just feels like there's something hidden. It's not, doesn't seem like just outright lying or deception. It feels more kind of like not telling the whole truth, which I guess is, you know, a form of deception, but it's not feeling like it's coming from a place of malice. It feels like it's coming from a place of like a standstill, like I'm not sure what to say and I'm not sure. So it almost kind of feels like not meeting eye to eye. And so there's a disharmony there. And so I kind of feel like this month there may be some sense of balance restored within the relationship. And that could also sometimes mean that there's something here about, it could also be a renewal with the Ace of Cups in the relationship and wanting to move forward with the Chariot. I feel like there's some issues, or there's some issues that are laid out on the table that need to be sorted out in order for there to be a new beginning within a relationship here. So looks like relationships are going to play a big part for you, Taurus, this month. But it kind of does feel like there's something kind of toxic happening here, because you have the Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Swords, I believe, which are pretty intense cards. I mean, those are, you know, energies that usually create quite a bit of stress and heartbreak and loss and feeling like you can't really trust another person. So I feel like if that is someone in your life, Taurus, I mean, I think that it's more about you kind of just taking a hard look at it and telling yourself, I kind of see you just telling yourself, I don't want this in my life and I want a new beginning. And that may be what the Ace of Cups is wanting that new beginning and wanting a renewal, wanting like a fresh start. And I kind of feel like maybe some of you might be even kind of taking some space and walking away from something for a little bit, because the Chariot card is the card of movement. It's also the card of, you know, making this decision to making a proactive choice and like taking your own life by the reins is what I'm hearing. It's like you are taking charge. You are not going to allow any kind of toxic behavior in your life. And so I kind of see you making like this hardcore decision that I'm not going to let this is not okay with me, and I'm going to either walk away or take a break or, you know, take a trip somewhere, and kind of needing to rejuvenate and to focus on your joy, focusing on your happiness. Okay, what else do we have coming up for Taurus here for the month of November? The Queen of Swords, beautiful. So it really kind of feels like you are looking forward. You are looking on ahead. You're looking forward to the future. You're kind of taking gauge of where can I go from here and what can I do from here. It almost kind of feels like you're in this space of leaving the past behind you. You've healed a lot. You may be still continuing to heal quite a bit. There may be something here where you are taking a Queen of Swords is usually very practical, very good at knowing what the right thing to do is, like almost like she's experienced quite a bit. She uses her wisdom. She uses her wisdom in order for her to make the best possible choice that's grounded. She's very grounded in terms of how she chooses what she chooses. Like she lets her intellect, she lets her analytical skills guide her. And so it almost kind of feels like you're not going to allow, there may be something here where if you allow your emotions to kind of take control, then you may be afraid that you may make the wrong choice. Like if I let my feelings kind of take place here, then it may be something that, I might get confused. So it's almost like you needing to kind of make a decision just based off of your mind, with your mind, because if you kind of let your emotions get involved, then it may be something that kind of causes it to become complicated. Okay. We have the Emperor, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Okay. So there's something here about feeling as though, I feel like you're dealing with someone who is the Emperor. So someone who has kind of have had the upper hand in some kind of dynamic. So it may be kind of you needing to free yourself from some kind of energy here that is quite controlling. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, which often is a feeling of feeling out in the cold. It could also symbolize financial loss sometimes. I kind of am getting the sense here that it's more about not feeling heard or seen. So kind of feeling like your perspective on something is not being acknowledged or seen, or it could even be almost, I'm hearing like the word manipulation. So it could be like gaslighting is what I'm hearing. Because then we also have the Seven of Cups, which sometimes is the card of confusion, disillusionment, not really knowing which one is the best decision, or not really it almost kind of feels like there's someone that's trying to make you feel that way, but it's not really working. I kind of feel like you have actually a very good sense of what's going on and what direction you want to go in. And it feels like you are going to make some kind of executive choice or executive decision for your life. Again, I really kind of felt like you're just going, it's almost like you're taking your power back. You're taking your power back and you're just going to make a choice and not sit on the fence about something this month. Let me pick out one more here. One more clarifying card for the Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Yeah. So Knight of Swords is a card of swift action. So taking like immediate charge or swift action. It's also the card of communication as well. It's also I'm also kind of seeing clarity. I'm seeing by having a sense of clarity, it's almost like you're going to be able to make a decision or make a choice about some kind of relationship. I really kind of feel like this is about relationships for you, Taurus. It doesn't have to, I really feel like it is about romantic relationships. It could be a dynamic at work or with a friendship, depending on your situation. But it kind of feels like there is, this involves a romantic relationship here. Okay, let's see what else we have coming up for Taurus this month. Wow. Okay. So this is very transformative. So you have the Death card. Okay. So we have some intense energies, honestly, coming up. And I think that that's why it's so important, why Spirit was directing me. Oh, okay. So you might be, now I'm kind of feeling like a pressure in my left ear. So you may be receiving a lot of intuitive guidance this month. It may be something where Spirit is kind of trying to get you to tune in and listen to your intuition and listen to listen to the guidance that's coming in for you. It's going to guide you to the right thing. But yeah, it really feels like you're going through a significant change. The Death card is the card of transformation. It's the card of significant endings that no longer have, they've just kind of gone through their, gone through their cycle is what I'm hearing. And then we have the Two of Pentacles clarifying that. So this may actually bring in an opportunity for you to move out of some kind of situation. So some kind of opportunity may come in for you. I'm really kind of seeing maybe an opportunity to move, relocate for a new job. Ace of Wands. And you may also just get an idea. You may just get, Ace of Wands is the card of a spark of inspiration or idea and swift movement and acting upon it. So there may be something here where you find yourself needing to move out of a specific situation because it's run its course. And so in the month of November, I feel like you may be illuminated with some idea or some kind of avenue to be able to shift the energy and to go somewhere else. So a lot of times the Two of Pentacles also indicates travel. So you could be traveling this month. And there we have the Six of Cups. I did bring that up earlier, but that was for the relationships. The Six of Cups is often reminiscing of the past, old memories, or even people from their past returning. This could be something where you might be going and taking some time off and visiting friends from the past, or visiting someone that you haven't seen in a while, maybe family, friends, that kind of thing. We also have the King of Swords and the Nine of Wands here. So it kind of feels like you're moving on to better things for yourself. Kind of feels like you are taking charge this month, Taurus. It feels like there's a lot of action. There's a lot of, it's an active card. I'm not really seeing that you're staying in one space for too long. It kind of feels like you're needing to get up and move and go, and to be around people who make you happy and really spending time and taking care of yourself. It really kind of feels like you're shutting just everything else off, and you are going to spend time in rebuilding your life back up into what you want it to be, rather than it kind of having its hold on you, is what I'm sensing. Okay, let's move into some oracle cards here. Okay, what is a challenge for Taurus this month of November? What will Taurus be challenged with? Ooh, okay, just one, please. I think that's too many cards here. Taurus's challenge card for November. Okay, focus and potential. Okay, so with focus, I'm hearing to focus on what you want to create. So you may find that there may be some moments throughout the month where you feel a little bit discouraged, or you feel like just the confidence is a bit low, feeling kind of having your mind go more into the negative thinking of things are not going to work out. What am I doing? That kind of thing. But just remember that this is a good month to maybe have like a daily practice of focusing on what you want to manifest and building that self-confidence. So if there's anything that comes up around that, kind of taking a look at that and working on rebuilding that self-confidence and focusing on that, because there is something here about having a lot of potential for the future. There seems to be, I'm hearing the word building. So maybe some of you are entrepreneurs and you're wanting to build a business. So there may be something here where you have like a really great idea, and it may just take some, I'm hearing golden idea. So there may be something here where you just need a bit of that focus and that diligent work towards it every day, like building towards it to really help something come into alignment and manifestation. This is a really powerful month for manifestation as well. So whatever you're working on and building, Spirit is wanting you to focus on it because it has a lot of potential, and for you to be able to recognize that and see that in your work is what I'm seeing here. Okay, what can Taurus look forward to in the month of November? Can Taurus look forward to in the month of November? Pleasure. Yeah. I love that, because that is what, that is kind of like the overall arching message that I kept picking up on for you, Taurus. I feel like you're going to spend a lot of time in things that just bring a sense of pleasure to you. And I think that it's going to be very healing. I don't really feel like it's something, it's not really about indulgence is great. Like, I think you will indulge this month, but it's not for just the sake of indulgence. It feels like it will really feed you. It will heal you. And it will bring that sense of joy and happiness back into your life that you maybe have feeling that has been a bit low lately. I feel like these last few months might have been a bit heavy on the energies. So I think that that's what kind of your focus is going to be on here. Okay, guidance card for Taurus for the month of November. What does Taurus need to know for the month of November? Boundaries. So this is about not getting sucked back in, is what I heard. Not allowing, I'm also hearing like not allowing a lot of people to talk in your ear. There may be a lot of people that come in with a lot of opinions. They have a lot to say. They all want you to listen to them. And there may be some people trying to convince you, trying to get you to see it their way because they're losing power or control, is what I hear. So by you kind of taking your power back, walking away from something with the Nine of Wands to me in this specific reading feels like there is something here where it's almost like you've learned. Nine of Wands is often this card of boundaries and kind of learning from the past. It's like learning, how maybe the cycle or pattern of what something tends to be and knowing not to do that again, is how I understand the Nine of Wands. So that's what the energy that I'm kind of picking up on here. It's kind of like you're done with some cycle. You're done with some toxic cycle and you're just ready to move on to something else. And I feel like boundaries are going to be really important here for you and not allowing anything that may take you out of a sense of peace and calm to infiltrate your space. It just feels like you just don't have the capacity or the space for it or the patience for it this month. So I'm just hearing like only the good stuff is what I'm hearing from you, Taurus. Okay, let's pick out another guidance card here. What else does Taurus need to know for the month of November? Ooh. Let love be your beacon. Beautiful. So what I heard was don't give up on love. I think that right now, if, you feel a bit kind of, it's just something that you're just turned off from. If for some of you, that's what you are, that's where you are. I'm hearing that I'm hearing the words redefine it. So redefine how you see love. So it doesn't always have to be about romantic love. It could be in other forms and how you want to see just the idea of love, and let that be your guiding light to where you go next, or what you engage in next, or what kind of projects you take on, or what kinds of people you interact with next. It could be a love for a certain type of work. It could be love for the self. It could be love for family. It could just be a love for life, finding kind of like this zest or this, what do you love and what do you want to connect with? Something that doesn't necessarily take you out of your peace, but something that gives that to you, something that fills you up with love. And I think that I'm hearing the word example. So find like an example for yourself. Like, where is it? When was the last time you really felt a genuine sense of unconditional love, and kind of use that as your anchor, is what I'm hearing, is to use that as your anchor to guide you to the next place or the next thing that you want to explore or the next thing that you want to do. It will guide you to the next thing. If you're feeling kind of as if you're in a fork in the road and you're not really sure where you want to go, I'm hearing that love is going to be, finding that space of love within you is going to be your guiding light. That's what I'm hearing. Beautiful. Okay. Some more guidance. Oh, okay. So that one fell on the floor. So let me grab that real quick. Deep knowing. Okay. So what I heard with this, Taurus, is that there may be some things that you see that other people may not be able to see or sense. So, you may be making some decisions or going some places where this is more about you having a deeper knowing. Like if you're wanting to go on a trip, or, there's something that really you find, I'm kind of seeing some of you wanting to feel really inspired to go somewhere, maybe to a specific country, or maybe sign up for some kind of retreat or program. And I'm seeing that, it may not, like maybe some people around you have some kind of opinions about it. So I'm kind of seeing you just you kind of have this intuitive hits that you know that this is, I need to go here, or I need to do this. I'm not sure why, but it's just something I need to do. I'm really feeling pulled or drawn to that. And so this is about autonomy in being able to make those decisions for yourself and not really needing to explain yourself to other people, that you can trust your intuition and you can trust this deep inner knowing that you have for your life and the path ahead, and that you don't really need to explain why to other people, why you want to go there, why you want to do this thing. So I think this month, what I'm hearing from Spirit, it's really important to trust yourself. And it's really important to trust that inner knowing and that inner guidance system, because it will lead you to where you need to go next, or you'll kind of go somewhere and realize how well you fit there, or how much you resonate with something is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some of you kind of going to another country and not realizing how well it fits with your personality, or some of the things that you like to do, or some of the things you like to try. It could be something you've always wanted to do, and now it's almost like the gates are opening. It's the avenue is open for you to go, and you can go and explore it, and you find that you love it. And some of you may even end up staying there. So I'm seeing that kind of energy there. So be prepared and open for that. I really feel like there's a lot of surprises also coming in for you, Taurus. And I see a lot of movement. I see a lot of shifting and changing, kind of even especially in the physical realm. Like you may just move towns, move states, move countries even. And it's like you're just done with the old and you're ready to embark on the new, which is very exciting. I love this. Okay, so let's pick out one more card here, and this is from the angels. Okay, what angel messages are available for Taurus this month? What do the angels have to say for Taurus? Okay. So wait 2 minutes. Okay, so we have blessings here. Beautiful. So lots of gifts and lots of blessings. I'm also hearing that there's something that's a blessing in disguise, almost as if with a person, and maybe I'm hearing the word dodged a bullet. So there could be something here about someone that you were in a relationship with, or someone that you were heavily invested in, and it may be some kind of loss that you're trying to process. But I'm hearing from this card that it was almost like a protective measure. It's you might have seen the truth or realized the truth about something, and as heartbreaking as something was, it almost feels like there's it protected you from something maybe even worse. With the blessings card also, I'm seeing that there's some gifts coming in for you as well. But it feels like a hidden gift. There's something about it that feels like it's like you might not recognize it right away, but then as you kind of look at it, you see it for what it is. It's the energy that I'm sensing. Let's pick another angel card here for Taurus for the month of November. Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael shows up whenever whenever we need protection. And it kind of feels like you are divinely protected right now, because I think that there's so many changes happening that sometimes we're not really sure if the changes up ahead we're heading in the right direction, or if we're doing the right thing. So what I'm hearing is don't doubt your intuition. You know what you know, and it's going to be a test to trust that. And I feel like there's that energy of a lot of us kind of walking into the unknown right now, and a lot of us are being challenged to really trust what we know, trust the inner guidance that we're getting, and it's a way for us to practice that. So that's going to take center stage this month as well. But just know that you are protected and that you are being guided to the right things for you. And it may not always, be obvious right away, but then as you're kind of in it, or you start walking that path, it will start to all make sense, and the pieces will start to fit together there. So there's a strong protection message here that you are protected and you're safe, and you are walking down the right path, even if at moments you start to doubt it. Am I doing the right thing, or is this really the right direction? I also think that making big changes sometimes causes us to kind of feel a little bit like we're on shaky ground, because some of the foundations that we had may be shifting and changing and may not be what we thought they were. So Nine of Swords, now I'm hearing, they're bringing my attention to the Nine of Swords, is that it's almost as if the veil is being lifted off. And that has what's caused some maybe disruption in worries and kind of really being up in our mind. That we're seeing kind of like a truth about something, or revealing the truth about something that has been almost like a veil. There's been like a veil of illusion over something. And so now we kind of see the truth about something. There may be this moment where, as we're processing the reality of, what we thought is not really, it's causing some kind of disruption or shaken, like we're shaken on the inside. So that's, and I think that's why they're bringing me back to really focusing on the body and taking care of the body, making sure we get that rest and that sleep, and being able to manage some of the things that are coming to light through our physical reality and through the physical world. Yeah, there's a lot of changes coming up for you, but I also feel like you're going to do an excellent job at taking care of yourself and grounding yourself, and to remember to focus on your joy, focus on the things that really resonate with your heart. And I feel like this month, it's all about just not allowing anything but that in your sphere, because the month of November is, again, a month of manifestation. So only allow in this month what you want to create for your life, and be very selective about it, which is bringing me back to this boundaries card. So be very selective this month, and be very picky and choosy about what you're allowing, what you're eating, who you're with, what kind of, what you're watching or listening to will also kind of impact your energy, because you'll be very sensitive this month as well. So your sensitivity is going to go up. Your intuition is going to go up. You're going to really be able to listen to that inner guidance much louder and much clearer. So it's very important that this month we kind of take it day by day, and maybe even having like a set schedule. So they're bringing me back to the focus here. Having like a set schedule and having a routine will help us to stay centered and grounded as we navigate through this month, because I'm feeling like this month, the month of November, the energies are different from the month of October, but it's still bringing with it a lot of changes and shifts, and just in a different way. But I really I kind of feel like the month of November has more of an inspiring, intuitive feel to it. And October had more of I almost felt like a thunderstorm with lightning. That's what it felt like. So, so this is about navigating this month for you and staying grounded and centered and taking care of yourself. But I think that you're going to do a really great job of it. It kind of feels like you have things under control with that Queen of Swords and the Chariot card. It kind of feels like you're in your power, and you know exactly what you're doing with this deep inner knowing. You have that clarity. You know what you're doing. It's just a matter of taking that one step at a time is what it feels like this month. It's going to be about taking everything moment by moment and taking everything one step at a time. So I think you're going to do great this month. It's a really beautiful month, and it has it's open for a lot of possibilities. So take advantage of that. That's going to be really beneficial for everybody, really. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck this month. I hope you have a good month, Taurus. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you for December. Bye, Taurus.